Hi, George here, and here's how to add an image to a layer inside of Affinity. We'll be using this image as our background image. Let me just maximize that. There we go. And there are several ways to do this. One of the easiest is to go up here to the File menu, come down to Place, and then take any picture that you want. I'll just grab something like this, choose Open, and get this little placement icon. Click in there, and then you've just placed this on its own layer here inside of Affinity. That's one way. It's real easy. Works out well if you have an image that has a transparent background. Just comes in as a nice image on your layer. Or I could remove the background here. I'll show you that in just a minute. Let's get rid of this one. There we go. Another way is to drag and drop. Let's go over here to this girl image. Let's take this image. I'm going to float this image. Grab the title bar up here and drag it down. Float to the image. Go over to the layers. Make sure that that layer is selected like that. You'll see it in blue. You can then grab that and just drag it over here onto your other image. Let's get that out of the way. There we go. So you can bring it in that way. Very easy to do. Now in this case, I want to remove the background in here. We can do that easily enough. I'll just go up here to the Object Selection tool and just come down and use the Selection brush. This is an easy way. That brush is a little large for this. I use the left square bracket key, bring my brush size down just a bit, and then simply come in here and brush over what you want to add to your selection. You can do this on a few steps. You don't have to do this as just one go. You can let go of the mouse and then come back to it again. And let's get the leg right here and that shoe. And get the bottom of the shoe. There we are. And this leg over here. A few things I want to get rid of. Let's now go over here and I'll change this to subtract mode. Just take out the bit right in here and that bit right down there. There we go. That's better. And see if we can get just this little bit in here. So I've now made this selection. And then all you have to do is make a layer mask out of this. Hit the layer mask button right there. There we go. And Control D to deselect. And let's go up here where it says background. That's the layer that the girl is on. You can collapse the layer mask just by clicking that little arrow right there. It kind of hides that layer mask. And I can now move her around. Let's put her right over here, maybe like that. It's another easy way to bring an image in. Now it needs a little bit of touch up in a few spots. Do that on the layer mask. Let's open that up again. Click on layer mask. Black hides, white shows. Over here where the hair is at the back, I'll just come in and brush out some of this stuff in here and clean that hair out. Now I could have gone fancier in here and used the Refine Edge tool, some of those tricks. But this is just a real fast showing how you can get images into your layer. I'm not going to be spending a lot of time on making selections. That's a whole different video. Let's now look at another way of bringing an image into a new layer. So over here I have this image with this elephant. This time I'll make our selection right here. Also, if you have the Canva Pro, you'll also have the Canva AI over here. And for whatever reason, Affinity likes to jump to the Canva AI. So keep an eye on that. Make sure you're staying in the Canva pixel. It's easy to see. You should have your color wheel over here, upper right-hand corner. So if it jumps out of there and your tools look weird, you probably just jump to the Canva AI. Go over here to pixel. Okay. Back over here to our selection tools. Again, using the selection brush tool. And I'm going to make a selection for the elephant. And we'll just go along here up near the edges like that and just get our selection in. There we go. And we'll come down here and get the feet like that and come in here. Now this technique has a serious problem. I'll show it to you and show you what the problem is. This can work out well depending upon what your image is, where you're getting your image, and so forth. And bring my brush size down even smaller here. Let's just get this tail right there. There we go. And I'll get the rest of that shadow in. Okay, now I'm going to use a Control C to copy. Now go back to our tree image here. Control V to paste. And simply pasted the elephant onto a new layer just like that. Now the problem with this is because it's not a layer mask, it's just the image. If I come in here to fix an edge and I cut into the elephant, I can't get that back again. I can't come in and fix edges, but I have to be very, very careful about that. Like right down here is a little bit. Let's just zoom in on that. I can remove this with an eraser tool. Take the eraser brush right here, and I'll bring my size way down for this, and then just carefully erase that out. This has some definite dangers to it, but it does work. Control 0 to center that. Let's now flip the image in here. I don't want it facing the wrong direction like that. Let's go up to Layer, come down to Arrange, and flip horizontal. There we go. And I'll just position my elephant right about there. Now the contrast is off on the elephant. It's kind of flat looking in here. I want to have him more contrasty. I can fix that. I'm going to resize him a bit as well. Just do that like that. That's good. And let's move the girl forward just a little bit. There we go. And bring her size down just a bit. Just coming in here and kind of finalizing positions. I think that looks good. Okay, back to our elephant again. Come down here to the Adjustments button. Let's choose Levels. And I'm going to increase my black level a bit here. And I'm just looking at the elephant right now. Don't look at anything else, just the elephant. And I think that looks pretty good right there. I like that. Now let's put the adjustment on the whole picture. I don't want that. See if I show and hide that. It's on the whole image. I don't want that. Make sure you're on that layer. That's a blue highlight. Right click and create clipping mask. And that puts it just onto the elephant. You see it right there. It's now part of that elephant layer. And if I show and hide visibility, there we go. Several different ways of bringing an image onto a layer inside of your Affinity project. If you like this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Also, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any videos in the future. And I'll see you next time.